Hello YouTube and welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a Wild West Town. Now we have finished, for the most part. Oh dear, I'm flying fast. Speed 1. And let's also turn the chat off with it. Alright, so for the most part we've finished our train station. It's just missing a train. And we were going to add some seats. I'll do that quickly now. But for this episode and the next episode, I'm just going to be working on a nice big cliff to hide the Eiffel Tower over there. Not that it's a bad Eiffel Tower, just it doesn't quite fit, I don't think. It doesn't quite fit with the Wild West style. So, I'm going to put some chairs in there. We're going to also put some here, and here, and then here, and here. Get rid of those three. Oop, didn't mean to punch that out. It's quite dark under here, actually, isn't it? I actually think that's all I'm going to do for chairs, and then this will be like a huge area here, quite empty and open, just for all your storage and stuff. And that was pretty easy, pretty simple. Okay then, I could add some of the brown carpet, but I don't want it to mess up with this. So anyway, let's get on to our cliff making now. If you're interested in some of the techniques, and I'm going to quick for you in this Let's Build, I do have a video for how to make cliffs with World Edit. I think it was how to canyon cliffs or something like that was the name. So you can go back and look at that. Mask 0, and that's not the right size. Oh dear, I got those the wrong way around. So also undo. So yeah, so you can go look at that, and that sort of goes more in detail about this technique. It's probably changed since then. I'm probably going to spend a bit more time, so it's going to look a little nicer. But if you watch that video, you will get a better idea of the technique that I'm using. Now, this is actually going to take quite a while, which is why I said the next 2 episodes. I will be cutting bits out, you know, once I've got the general shape right, and that's gone off the plot right at the end there. So what's all that about? Probably because I was stood off the plot when I world edited it. I think that's what happens. So I'll probably speed up clearing this. Alright, so that's cleared up. I hope. Yep. Turns out it was just a command that I forgot I'd turned on, so I just had to turn that off. And that's a command that's only available to admins. I think maybe moderators as well, so doesn't matter about that. But yeah, I completely lost my train of thought. What else can we talk about while I do this? This is quite boring, so let's think. I know that I was meant to be getting onto the train in this episode, and actually Solitary18, who's another admin on the server, you people who are new might not have seen him for a while because he's been having problems. He moved house, and you know, just getting good internet back and getting a good setup going, getting comfortable before he comes back to Minecraft. He does disappear for a while, but he always comes back. He went off and he's made a train for me. Never made a train before. He said it was just something he's interested in, so we give that a go, and that looks awesome. I can't remember what it is, but I'm sure if I warp around to his plots I'll find it eventually. And also Misc, who's mainly a modern builder on the server, but he also, oh dear, he also really liked the Western stuff, and he's got his own train yard on St. Vincent. I'm just replying to a text, that's why the game's not doing anything. Okay, text replied to. Yeah, so he's got a really awesome train yard in St. Vincent, full of a wide variety of different trains. They're all sort of unique, they all look pretty good. So yeah, that's really something nice to look at. And this is looking very straight at the moment, isn't it? So let's start to add in some sort of more interesting sections that jut out a little bit and bulge here and there. And I know a lot of people are still new to the channel who don't know this technique, will be like, what is he doing? And I don't blame you. At the moment this looks very odd. But yeah, anyway, I was getting sidetracked there. So Misc built another really cool train. I think this was slightly smaller actually than Solitary's, but I'm definitely going to be getting inspiration from there too. and I want to have like a little trial run at building it before I build it as part of the series. I probably won't build all of it, it's just I'm going to get like a basic shape down, see what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, what I can change, and then I'll just like record it all in one big go, and you guys can watch and see how well that turns out. I think I want this to be a lot taller. I want this to be at least double the size of these buildings, because these buildings are going to look pretty big, especially walking around, so I want it to really dwarf these buildings. So let's go quite a bit higher, actually. I would be right in the middle of the bloody cliff, wouldn't I? We can also, because this is where the train track's going to end, I'm actually not sure how I'm going to do the end of the train, because how did the Wild West trains turn around? Because clearly they would have had to like go all the way down, it would come to a stop eventually, but how did they actually turn around? Did they reverse? I don't know. So I could just actually have it go and continue off the plot, because I don't know how to do that. Or I could just not be lazy and research into it, which I think I'm going to do, so we can actually extend this cliff over in this direction a little bit, which gives us a bit more fun to play with, a bit more room to play with. So we're going to do that. I could even just make the train track curve if I can't find that out. I'm sure somebody will know in the comments below. Yes, that's the idea about the train. I'm going to put it on hold for a couple of episodes. Also, when I do the train, I'm probably just going to record it all in one go, and it'll be split up into 2 or 3 episodes. That's simply just because it's easier for me to do it that way, and I can render it all out, get it all ready. And because I'm quite busy with work, and I mention it quite a lot, I do martial arts. I'm actually like in charge of one of the club now, and the organisation that I'm with, because my sensei is quite ill, so he can't do as much anymore. So I'm like constantly, when I'm at home, doing paperwork and filling stuff out, trying to make DVDs at the moment. And then on top of that, I also have my girlfriend that I go see quite regularly, because, you know, gotta go do that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm kind of really busy, and at the same time I'm trying to do stuff on the server and do YouTube. So it's easier for me to record in batches, get it all up and out, and then I can have like 2 or 3 weeks off of recording and Minecraft stuff, where I can just, you know, focus on all that other stuff, and I'll have a week of just recording Minecraft again. So it's all pretty good. That's why I've not been doing as many how-to videos, tutorials, and plot reviews, because they take a lot of sort of as-you-go work, and they take a lot more effort, especially tutorials, because you have to build it again, and then you sort of know where everything goes, so you can actually tutorial it properly. Which, you know, it takes a lot of time and effort, which unfortunately I don't have anymore. That's what happens when you grow up. Stay young, kids. And I think this is actually getting tall enough now. Let's just go down into the town and have a look. That's looking a lot better. I still think maybe a little taller. I think what I'm going to do is go through phase 2 of the cliff making. So this is phase 1, getting it all in position. Phase 2 is going to be using a brush called the gravity brush, and if you don't know about that brush, it's probably going to change your life. So we're going to do BR gravity, and that BR is brush, so / BR gravity, and then all you're going to do is click like a madman. So if I click, we'll start here for example, because it's a really good place to show it off. Click here just once, right click, and you see it just drags everything down within a 5 block radius, I think it is. So we just click it down, and we can drag everything down into place like that. And what's going on? Why is it messing up dramatically? Curious. So we'll undo that a bunch of times, because that's not how it works. Right, so let's try click somewhere else and see if it doesn't break. Nope, so this is still really messed up, and I don't know why, and this is really freaking annoying. Click here. Nope, again, it's done it again. Okay, so I'm going to have to actually put this whole episode on halt now while I try and work out what the hell is going on with the gravity brush, because what it should do is just drag everything down, drag nothing up, and that is not what's happening. So I'll be back when I've worked that out. Okay, so I'm back. That literally took me about 2 seconds. As soon as I stopped recording, I was like, I'm an idiot. I still had the Mask of on, so I just had to do /mask, and now it should all work fine. Yay, look at that. So you do have to click a lot with this, and making cliffs is very, very tedious, very boring. So I'm going to do the majority of this, most of this, off camera, because it's quite a long stretch. It's 200 blocks by 200 blocks, a p-gram plot. So you know, it's going to take a while for me to actually do this. And this is just phase 1. This is nowhere near complete. Even after doing all of this gravity brush, I'm still going to have to go in with a smaller brush, fine tune some areas, possibly go back in with a bigger brush to make bits thicker, and then once I've done all that, I'll gravity brush it all again, and then I will be going in with an even smaller brush. So it's normally I do size 5, size 2, size 1, and then gravity brush it all again, and then if need be I'll do either a size 1 or a by hand fix on some areas. But it's a really nice technique. In the end, it just takes a bit of time. Like most of the stuff I do, it takes time, but in the end it looks pretty nice. Or at least I think it looks pretty nice anyway. So yeah, I'm going to do the rest of this off camera now, and then just cut to when it's done, because this is going to take forever. Even my hand's getting a bit sore now, so I have to cut back to that. But you can see just from a distance, just at a basic level, you're still getting these nice shapes, and it's still looking a little bit smoother. Still places to work on, like I said, because like here it's very thick down there, so we're going to have to bulk the top of that up, which is why we're going to use a smaller brush, because it'll build it all up. So again, here it's the same, similar thing, but some of these flat sections are looking quite nice now. So I'll cut back to when I've done that whole section there, especially this with that big straight line, and then we'll do a quick small brush, and then I'll gravity brush it again, and that'll be the end of the episode, I think. Depends on how much time we've got left, so I'll be back in a minute. Alright guys, so I think we've been going about 10 minutes. I've just had a quick look at the files, roughly worked out, because I know there's going to be bits that I'm cutting out of those videos. So I think roughly around the 10-minute mark. Now, this is what it looks like after the first gravity brush. Not too bad. Not great, not too bad. Getting there. The top still needs smoothing out, but I'm going to do that right near the end. I want to get the cliffs looking really nice first. And you can see now that it's actually framing the town a bit. It's done especially what I wanted it to do, which is hide the Eiffel Tower and the plot behind it. It's got a nice backdrop now as well. And I can really see a great plot forming from here. I'm not too sure about that, but there's not much we can do. Anyway. So next, we're going to go for a small brush. So we're going to do brush, sphere, 1. I'm thinking 3. I don't know why. 3 is what I'm thinking. So we're going to go for a size. Oh dear. Just went a bit Irish then. I'm going to go for a size 3 brush. I don't know what all that was about. And just kind of do the same thing. Just build up those chunks. You know where I've jutted them out a little bit, and you need fixing a bit more. I'm going to very roughly just mark them out, bring them up like that, maybe plateau them around a little bit, just very roughly do this again, and then I'll gravity brush it again, and then cut back after the gravity brushing to show you guys what it looks like in the end and what effect it's had on the rest of the plot. I'm also thinking maybe having a smaller ledge down here. Something like this anyway, just so it sticks out a little bit. Probably going to have to rework that section. I also want to jut it out just a bit more, and maybe build that up. Here is not too bad now, so we don't need too much on this section, just a little bit. Beef that up a little bit more. And I'm not going to worry too much about this top, although it is quite bad. We will be doing different techniques to work on the top. And because we've got a slightly smaller brush now, I'm also just going to do a quick layer along the top here, just so we get a bit of extra just dangling down off the edge of the cliff, and it's going to look quite nice. So, now we're on to the gravity brush stage, so I'm going to do BR gravity, make sure I turn the mask off this time so we don't get weird spikes going through. You can see I'm clicking like a madman. Unfortunately you can't hold the right click, you do have to click lots, so if I hold it, see, nothing happens. I do have to just click, 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 like a crazy person. And yeah, so I'm going to just quickly do this, it shouldn't take too long. I'll cut back and we'll see how far along we are into this cliff making. Alright, so now you can see that by going in with that smaller brush, we've sort of created some nicer, what would be the word? It wouldn't be a contour line, would it? But maybe a sediment line, where you've got these lines that go across here, and this section here shows it off best, I think. You've got like a distinct line coming down here, and then a line going down there, and here, and it's starting to build up a little bit more and more. So it's not too bad. There's still a few more things that I would like to do. Probably going over with another brush, just quickly over the top again, and then with a smaller brush to smooth out some of these bits that I've added jutting out. This section I really don't like, and I don't really know how to change it, but we'll see. Also, since I've done this now, I might try and turn this into more of a cave instead of it being so diagonally just there. And somebody commented, I think it was my friend from like in real life, Mike Pinkney, I think it was him, who said put a DeLorean in a cave, like from Back to the Future, and I was just like, yep, doing it. I love Back to the Future, so that's definitely a great idea that I'm going to be including. But that's it for this episode, guys. The next episode we'll be continuing a little bit more with terraforming the cliffs. Depending on how long we spend doing that, the episode after that will be doing the colours of it, so adding different sediment layers. I'll be doing less layers than I did previously. If you watch the first episode of this series, you'll see I kind of made the cliffs look a bit like a rainbow. So I'll be doing a lot less sediment lines, maybe 4 different types of clay in these mountains. And it's actually looking very flat now. I'm looking at this in position and it's very, very flat. So I might add some sort of hills to this area over here, so it starts building up or something, just to take away from the flatness of this plot. Obviously we're going to be adding sand layers as well in later episodes to make it look less flat and stuff, but I'm thinking some hills over there with shrubbery and stuff to show sort of the wilderness. I think that's going to look quite nice, and then maybe we could make that really tall to show it's going off. I don't know. Well, let me know what you guys think about this cliff. Is it tall enough? Do you think it should be taller? Do you think it should do something else? Do you think there should be more like that? I might have another one just in this corner here to hide this big ass mountain. I'm not too bothered about that, but it's always nice if you can see just your plot and nothing else. That's a great way to keep the atmosphere, is to block off the edge of other plots. So obviously if I'm walking around here, I can't see that massive Eiffel Tower plot, so instantly I'm still thinking, oh, this is still part of this whole one plot, and it could expand further. I'm clearly losing the ability to speak, so I'm going to end the episode now, and I will see you guys in the next one. If you've enjoyed this video and you're enjoying the series, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I will see you guys in the next one.